mesh things good for? Was it actually... Ah, whatever. Whatever. It's good enough. Okay. So to the internet. I'm looking up... Calvin told me that I needed to learn about... Oh, great. What were the two things that I need to learn about? Oh my gosh, my brain really turned off. Oh boy. Okay.
We had 2 cups of coffee this
I
morning.
know I had 2 cups of coffee. Okay. Yeah. A nice big heavy dose of that. Oh, hey Heck and Miller. Welcome to my channel where I stare off into space for hours. No,
Okay. Ready? You need to look up stuff inside of camera.
Camera,
And
yeah.
stuff inside of screen. Screen and camera.
Remember screen.
You know why you're looking those up?
Because screens and cameras are important because I need to figure out how to define the space that is my screen so that I know when my ship is going off of it.
Yes.
And Calvin has challenged me to make sure that I can have it adjust for different screen sizes, because that's a really useful thing to know about, probably. Oh, hello, other Drew and Stackman. Thank you for liking my hair if you're talking about my hair. I'm assuming. Thanks, Miller. You take notes for me. I'll check them later. Okay, screen, access to display information. Let's see, what can I do? There are static variables and a static function, which sets the screen resolution. Width, the current width of the screen window in pixels. Okay, so I can call width and height right there. There's also current resolution.
So,
specifies
height in pixels. That's important to know, but
that's not going to help me because pixels aren't what I'm choosing things by.
Yep.
So there is also current height. Where is it? Logical orientation of the screen.
You don't need to worry about that. That's for phones, like whether you're portrait or not.
It shows if the cursor is visible or not.
Yeah,
that's
cool. You can turn that off and on. These are things you can change too.
There is this, the current screen resolution.
Some of if they said read only, then you can't.
You can't change
it.
Right, that makes sense.
But like this, show cursor is not read only, and you can turn the cursor on and off the mouse cursor. Cool. All right, scroll down. What else is here? It's
this
just
is it.
That's it. That's all there is inside a screen.
That is all there is inside a screen.
That's it. But you can get your width and height, which is super important.
Current DPI of this?
Dots per inch.
Yeah, that's not going to help me.
But so that's interesting. Now check out the camera. See what's in the camera.
Okay.
Leave that open.
Yes,
so you know
sir.
go width and height in pixels, so that's good.
Let's learn about the camera and all the things it can do. This can do a lot of things. Okay, I'm going to be here for a while. Oh, really? Portal Crafter? Hello, by the way. Welcome to the channel. I have 2 tabs, like 2 windows with that many tabs in it. Because I have problems. I should probably not do that. I'm also running Photoshop and Unity. Oh my gosh, Calvin, I'm turning into you. I used to tease Calvin all the time because he'd have like 7 bajillion things open. But I need all of these, guys. I need them. I'm like a hoarder on my computer. Oh, hey, Curly. Yep, I'm programming. Oh, man. Okay, so, right. I'm starting my things. A camera is a device through which the player views the world. A screen space point is a screen space point is defined in pixels. The top right pixel width, pixel height, Z position in the world is units from the camera. A viewport space point is normalized and relative to the camera. Bottom left of the camera is 0, 0. The top right is 1, 1. The Z position is in world units from the camera. World units? Okay, sure.
If there's something you don't understand, ask me.
Oh, the Robot Loves Kitty shirts? I don't want to give you the link actually right now because we got them printed out. We like put them up on the store. We bought them for ourselves, and I'm like, oh, these aren't that good.
Yeah,
They're not holding up in the wash very well.
my kitten has a beard.
Yeah, and it's like see-through in a few spots. Like the print itself is like wearing off.
That's what I mean. He's got a beard because he's seeing through to the blue.
Oh, he's got a brown, gray, blue, green beardy bit.
Wow, just all the
Words.
You know,
The rainbow
if you don't know
beard.
which one you're trying to get at, just list not all the colors.
Oh.
Are you alright over there?
No, my brain is not working.
Could be a code.
This is gonna be interesting, guys.
I like the codes.
Woo! I got this. I am so distractible too. This is dangerous. Alright, so I don't know what world units are.
Okay.
And it sounds like it should be sort of easy to find the corners of the screen at the very least.
Alright, so you don't know what world units are. Does it give you a link on world units? Nope. Okay, so world units are world space. So right now your camera is at like 0, 0, -10. That's its world units.
Okay.
Right? It's
Sure.
that thing up there.
It's its transform position.
Yeah. It's its world. So things have a global or world position, and then they have it's like local position, right? Which means it's like
What's the difference?
you don't. So like that little sphere on the tip of this has a local position
Okay.
because it's parented to something, but it also has a global position. You don't need to know that right now. I'm just letting you know that there are different types of position. And when they say world position, they mean its actual like global actual position, this XYZ.
Okay.
World space.
Okay.
Did that explain it for you?
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
Thanks a lot, Vaseline. That's yeah. So world units basically they mean like a unit would be a point whatever spot any kind of value inside of the transform position, which is a vector.
Yeah, think of it all those like there's an infinite amount of points in three-dimensional spaces, and it's one of those.
It's one of those infinite points. They don't have like an inches assigned to them, which is why they're called world units.
Right.
Okay. So what about these viewport space points?
Uh-huh. Those are really easy to understand. Read about it. That just tells you everything about it.
Basically, it sounds like this is 0 and 1,
Uh-huh.
which is basically defining the rim of the thing.
Yep, super useful, right?
That sounds like what we want, sort of.
Yeah. You're getting more close to it.
Okay. A world space point is defined in global coordinates. Okay, see also camera component. Static variables, all cameras count, current, camera we're currently rendering with,
Do you see the
main.
dilemma?
Huh?
Do you see the dilemma that you're running into? I'm wondering if you, I'm going to try to help walk, since you're kind of space cadeted right now.
The dilemma that I'm running into?
Yes.
I thought I was trying to solve a dilemma.
Yes, you are. Do you know what it is? Specifically? Here, okay. So what do you want? Okay, click on your Unity. Okay, you've got your ship. And
Okay.
your ship, the only thing you can know about your ship is that it has a position in world space, right?
Right.
And what you know about screen space, you don't know where it is in screen space.
Right.
But you'd like to, because then you could know whether it went off the edge.
Right. I don't have anything to communicate between the two. Right.
That's what you're looking for.
Yeah, that makes sense. Actually used rendering paths. Oh, there's a matrix. I'm going to use the matrix, guys. Matrix that transforms from camera space to world space.
Well, okay, but
I'm not going to use that? Oh, it's read only. I might not use the matrix. I'm a little
I think you don't want
disappointed.
You could use it, but then you have to do all the math, and you don't.
I don't want to do math,
so
especially not on camera. Like there's like a different part of my brain that does math. Like way in the beginning, I had to multiply or something 3 times 4, and I couldn't do it.
It's not arithmetic. This is math, like really hard math.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely don't want to do really hard math. Okay.
You probably don't know how to do the
matrix.
I don't know how to
yeah, matrix stuff. I remember you being like, I don't want to touch this. This is hard and scary.
I can do it. I don't want to do it. I choose to pretend I don't know how to do it.
Render selective. Oh, okay. Apparently I'm going to sleep too. Render parts of the scene selectively.
Yeah, you don't need any of that stuff. You probably don't need any variables.
Triggered events. Do I want to trigger events on the camera?
To select, this is an event mask. These are variables. You can't use any, you can pull this data, right?
I'm looking for a function.
Yeah,
that's what you're telling me. It's a lot of it. My head hurts too.
Well, maybe you shouldn't be streaming.
No, it's okay. It's more like the information's just like bouncing all over the place. Okay. Is a cube map something that I want to use?
Does it sound like it's something you want to use?
I don't know. Cubes sound very 3D.
What are you looking for again?
Move shader, replace. I haven't read through all of these yet.
Right.
Make the rendering position reflect the camera's position in the scene. Return array. I don't think we're using ray casting. Transform position from screen pace. Oh! Here! It's right here!
Oh.
Woo! Screen to world point. Transforms position from screen space into world space. Is that it?
Sounds very plausible. Once you click on it and find out.
There's more. Transform position from world space into screen space and viewport space into world space.
So what do you want to do?
I don't.
What information do you have?
The camera is the viewport.
So what information do you have about what you're trying to teleport?
It's space in the world. It's world space.
Right. So you've got it to XYZ.
Right.
Okay. So you're going to take that and convert it into something that will let you know whether it's crossed the edge or not. So you want to take.
So I want to transform something from the world space into screen space or viewport space. I don't quite know what the difference is.
Well, open both of them and find out.
Oh, okay. You're right. I don't need to ask you nearly as many things as I do. I think I just like your company, Calvin.
All right.
It's like you hovering around me, making it so that I don't have to think quite as much.
That's what I'm here for.
Which is bad because I should really be thinking more. You spoil me, Calvin. Thank you.
Yeah.
Transforms position from world space into viewport space. Viewport space is normalized and relative to the camera. That sounds like the one I want, but what's the other one? Oh, that's in pixels. Screw pixels. Screen space is pixels, guys. Blah. Yeah, more tabs.
So you want viewport space.
I want world to viewport point.
All right.
I now know this.
Okay. So you got the code you want to start with.
Kind of.
You've got even some good stuff here, like your view position. You could do a conversion from your, well, you don't want to use target, but you want to use your ship's position. So you starting to get what you need to do?
Maybe. Oh, thanks for stopping by, JobLab. See you later, potentially. Maybe. I maybe see what I need to do. Okay. Oh, that's a good question, Hack. I don't know that I know what normalized means. Let's see if I can Googleize it. So out of it. What is wrong with me?
I don't know. I'm really questioning whether or not you should even be streaming or not.
Oh, well, it's okay. I've already come to terms with looking like an idiot on camera.
Are you digesting?
Possibly. I had like a homemade yogurt pop thing that I made. I'm like, seriously, my head feels really weird. This is going to be interesting, and we're not going to get a lot done. Unity normalize. Vector 3 normalize. What does that mean? Makes a vector have a magnitude of 1. A normalized vector keeps the same direction, but its length is 1.
There you go.
Wait.
A normalized vector has a length of 1.
A normalized vector keeps the same. Current vector is unchanged and a new normalized vector is returned. If you want to normalize the current vector, use normalize. So there's normalize and normalized.
Yeah, those are two different things as part of vector 3. But the point is, a normalized vector has a length of 1. That's what
Which
you
is
want to
the entire length of the screen, somewhere within.
Yep, pretty cool.
But, okay. Doesn't that mean that I can't get anything less than 1 either?
We'll go back to that thing. Close this. Nope.
You say close this, and then you point
Close.
entirely at all of my screen. I don't know what you.
The thing you were looking at right now was
Okay.
this.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What? How's he trapped? Trapped with love.
He's not even trying to get down.
So handsome.
All right. So.
Now he is. And he's gone. It's like a slinky.
Where? Okay, you're looking at normalized.
Normalized.
Viewport space. That means the whole viewport.
Which is
normalized.
the view that the camera has.
Which you already know. It's a 1, -1, -1, 1 space.
No, the bottom left-hand corner is 0, 0, and the top right-hand corner is 1, 1. There's no negative.
I'll say using normalized stuff anyway.
Ha! I win!
Okay.
Sorry. So, doesn't that mean I need to get a 0.5 out of it? Okay, and like all of these little ranges in between 0 and 1 in order to detect where it's coming off of the screen?
Look at what happens, okay? It doesn't mean that.
Okay.
Camera, world to viewport point, right?
Right.
If whatever vector you put in this is probably going to be your ship's position.
Okay.
Or whatever other position of anything else you want to wrap around.
Okay.
All right? So that's going to take that and turn it into an X and a Y in the viewport.
That is somewhere within 1.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought, okay, I just don't understand how it works. Like the normal, it sounds like, okay, whatever it is equals 1 now.
Viewport is a normalized space, but
It's
you're not
normal.
returning a normalized value.
Oh, okay, yep, okay, thank you.
Sorry.
That makes more sense. You have to explain it like I'm 5.
That was not a 5-year-old explanation.
Yeah, well, you're bad at explaining things to 5-year-olds.
Okay.
Okay, now I understand. Okay, all right, so I need to make a new script. That script is going to be called Beam Me Up.
Good.
And I'm going to create this. The reason I'm making a separate script is because I'm going to use this for more than just control inside the ship, because I want to use this also for the asteroids themselves that are going to also be wrapping around. Okay. Starting up monodevelop. Okay. So what I need to do is I need to wait, does this code go into the camera? Or is this calling? Okay, how do I talk to cameras, Calvin? This is something I don't know how to do.
Okay. You
Because there's a camera here.
Okay. So
if there's multiple cameras.
Look back at the assembly. Well, no, not this. The tab with the camera talk. They do it? No, they don't. All right. Click on camera.
More tabs. More tabs.
Okay. Static variables. All cameras. All cameras count, current, or main. This is the first enabled camera tab with main camera. It's read-only. Go back to Unity.
Well, that's not Unity. Oh,
Click on your camera, tag.
Main camera.
Main camera.
Sweet.
So that way you can get this camera outside of from anywhere by talking to the camera class.
Oops, that's not what I wanted.
It's not?
No, I wanted to remember what else comes. So just typing
click
in
on that.
main.
See? Just open it.
Yeah. First new returns null if there's no such camera.
Yeah, so
there's no information.
No information on it. Okay, that's okay. You don't need it. You don't need it. Click in here. We want to get this every frame, right? We don't want
it needs to be but it's not a physics thing, so it doesn't need to have a new update or whatever it's called, right?
Right.
Okay. Yeah, so it just goes right in here.
So start typing camera.
I thought I typed in main.
Camera.
Oh, right, because I have to.
Oh, you want a capital camera. No, you want to talk to the class. Camera.
Wait, so capitalized things.
So let's start off like back here. Okay, so you want to get at this camera information, right? You want to get at this main camera so you can call things like world space conversion and stuff like that. So you're going to need to store a local copy of the camera, right?
Right.
So you need a specific camera. So camera.main returns a public static camera. So let's make a new variable.
Why? What are we making?
We want to access and get that. Okay, so we can do one of two things. We can every single time we want to get that camera, we can call camera.main, which will find that camera for us. Or we can call it once and store the camera.
Because it's not going to change.
Right. So
unless you change resolutions.
No, you can't. We won't change the resolutions while the game's playing.
Okay.
So
I don't want to do it inside of update.
Right. So let's make a new camera. Nope, nope. We're making a camera. Call it the camera. No, you're not equaling anything. You can't do anything like that. You give them no space. Okay, and you've made a variable called the camera.
Okay.
It is a type of camera. So now inside of start, when the script starts, you can assign the camera to equal the main camera so that you can get at it.
Okay.
See, because when you're asking that, when you're asking for main, you can be asking for a lot. So
Like that?
yeah. See, now you can always just call the camera and
It equals camera.main.
Yep.
It's not much less.
It's not about typing less, it's about making less calls. It's just a nice thing to do.
All right. You got names are easier on the program than redoing the
References other than trying to find the camera. I don't know if main finds the camera every time, but I'm guessing that it does. And we don't want to find it every single time.
Oh, DriveWeb has a point.
I don't know that. I don't know if you can call that from.
Oh, not from the start.
I don't know if you can. Maybe you can.
Do we want to be able to call it as a public class? Is that part of it? Is we want it to be a public?
No, we don't need it to be public.
So
This is fine.
This is fine.
Don't worry about that. So, what's the next thing you want to do?
The next thing I want to do is be like, hey, this is your screen size, and it equals 0 to 1 thing, whatever that's called. The world to viewport point, right?
Right.
I want to define that.
So let's get the object that you're on. Let's get its position and find its.
What object am I on?
Viewport point.
What?
Huh?
What object am I on? What do you mean? Do you mean the camera?
No, I don't mean the camera.
Okay.
I mean the object that the script that you're writing right now is going to be attached to, which could be anything.
Right now it's the ship.
Yeah.
But it's not always going to be the ship.
So we're going to take the ship's position and convert it.
All right. So to get the position, I need to get the position first, right?
Well, that is one of the pieces you're going to need. Why don't we start? Yep, you're going to need transform dot position. All right. No, you don't need to make it equal anything. You're going to use that value.
For what?
Well, what do you want to do with it? Let's start by typing out the function you're going to call.
This?
Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to type it out.
But you don't want to do it that way. You don't go up a line. You don't want to use that there. So, okay. You can't call just camera dot. That's not going to work. It wants to know what camera. No.
Oh. So I can go.
Yep.
The camera. Dot.
Mm-hmm.
And then viewport point to ray, viewport to screen point, viewport to world point, world to viewport point. Those are my options.
And
interesting. And I want to do viewport world to viewport point.
Yep.
Right.
Look here. This lets you know exactly what's going on too, which is in the other thing. But you're going to send it a position, and you're going to get a vector 3 back.
Okay.
So what kind of position are you sending it?
The world, the position of the object that I'm
Right.
attaching this to. Is that right?
Yes.
Declaring. Oh, what is this? Monodevelop theme? This is the pretty one. I don't know. I can't remember what it's called. I don't even remember how to get there. Sorry. Okay. So I've got the camera. I have world to viewport point selected for it. I need to I don't know why was I trying to put in the transform position? You've confused me by having me put that in. At this point,
I was just trying to get you going in the right direction. Look at this. So
I don't even need this right now.
yes, you do. Of course you do.
Oh,
Not there though.
yeah, so I don't need it right now.
Sure, you can get rid of it if you want.
Yeah.
So, world to viewpoint. That's airing out. Why is that airing out?
Because it needs to do more stuff.
Because you're calling a function.
Defined yet. Yeah.
So you got to send it information. What are you sending it? The world's position. Right?
I don't know what the world's position is.
Not the world's position. The world position. Oh my God, you're frustrating me. Just kidding.
I don't know. You do understand that I'm actually dealing with all of these terms that I've never heard before.
The position. So you're taking a world space point, right?
Okay.
Of the ship, and you're converting it.
So it's a ship that I'm sending it.
You're converting it out to a viewpoint position. That's the whole purpose of this code. World to viewport. So it needs the world. So
the only position in the world that I'm sending it is the one from this object, though. I'm not sending it like the entire space that I'm trying to do. Just okay.
It's a world space to viewport space. There's position type conversion is the idea.
All right, well, it's already inside of this object.
Alex, this is a function, and you know that the function needs a thing. What does it need? It needs a position. So you got to send it a position. What kind of position are you trying to convert? You're trying to convert the transformed out position, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now that function outputs what? What does it return?
That's going to return 0 to 1.
Right. But what kind of type of variable is it going to output?
A number?
Nope.
What do you mean?
Look at it. When you go back into it, like click here, inside of there, delete that first bracket and make a new one. And so, oh, there it goes. Oh no, that's the transform position again. You want to go like this. Look at this. I can't type from here. That takes in a position, returns vector 3.
Okay.
See?
Right.
Because it's a function. You're calling it.
So I need potato?
Yeah. That'll do. Gotta assign that value to something so you can use it.
Where do I put potato in?
I don't know. Where does it return it? Do you remember how to call functions?
I thought I was already writing a function.
You're not writing a function, you're calling a function.
You just put them in.
What do you mean you just put them in?
When you calling a function is just writing the function out. I don't know.
No. Okay, so this is specific terminology.
Sorry, guys.
Specific terminology. You've done this a billion times.
I've not done it a billion times. I've probably done it like 10.
So
what am I doing?
You're calling this function called world to viewport point. Look at the demo code for that. Yeah. So what are they doing here? Camera.world to viewport point, target position. This is the position they're sending, and they're getting a vector 3 out. How are they getting that out? Right there in the front. That's how. This is how you call functions. You put a function out, you send information in, and it returns a value out.
So I should say that potato equals that entire thing that I just wrote?
Sure, that will work.
Is that what it is that you're trying to say?
Okay, so what is potato? You gotta define it.
I thought I already had oh, that's not public, is it?
That's not part of this. This has nothing to do with that.
So why am I calling it potato?
You can call it whatever you want.
Oh,
Right?
okay.
You can call it, because it can be called anything. Probably when you call it something, I hope you get an idea that it is a viewport type of space. Like call it maybe vector 3 viewport position. Viewport P, because I think viewport's like a keyword. Get confused.
Vector 3 viewport.
Viewport potato, whatever.
What I'm trying to, this has to do with spatial stuff, right? So it should probably make some sort of sense there. Convert.
No, it's not a convert.
I am converting the space, the ship viewport. No, it's not always going to be a ship. It's going to sometimes be viewport thingy.
Perfect.
Okay.
Okay.
It's done. Okay. Vector 3 viewport thingy. This is the first time I'm bringing this vector up. So I'm creating a new vector that equals the viewport point of the transform position.
Yep.
So now using this, I can tell where something is according to the camera.
Right.
Okay. See, I actually understand what's going on.
All right, you're doing good. You're doing okay. You are doing okay for your level of spaced out in this. You're doing fine.
I honestly, I don't enjoy feeling like an idiot on the internet. And I feel like all of these videos have just been documenting me looking retarded. And it's okay. That's what I want to have happen, so that other people understand that it's okay to feel retarded while you're doing it. It's just really, like, oh man. I swear I'm smart, guys.
No. You've made some logical leaps. I've watched you do it that are like really pretty impressive. So don't worry about that. Just because you feel retarded doesn't mean you are.
Scattered in amongst all of the stupid.
So now that you have this data,
right?
What are you trying to make happen?
Teleporting stuff to other positions.
How do you know when you should teleport?
When it goes beyond the screen, right?
So let's start with just like a simple one. Let's just do the top of the screen. Let's start out there. So how are you checking to see if it's gone past, if its position, if its viewport thingy is past the top of the screen?
Well, it's going to have a numerical value according to the 1 and 0 that is the viewport screen. So if it's above 0, 1, or whatever the proper up and over is, right?
Let's evaluate that.
Well, let me find out which way the bottom is 0, 0. Top right is 1, 1. So that means it's either 0, 1 or 1, 0. Depending on which way they're starting from.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
All right, so I need to write an if statement that says if wait.
Nope, you started typing it. Just keep starting again. There it is.
If viewport thingy is greater than.
You can't do that.
No, I can't because it's.
So vector 3 has a bunch of components to it. You can get at those components and check those.
It has an X, Y, and a Z.
Right.
I'm only using which two? The X
and the Y.
And the Y.
So Y is up and down, X is back and forth. So you probably want to start with the Y.
So it should be like viewport thingy dot Y, right? That's how I. Do I need to mark that that's a float?
Nope. No. That's for actually writing out numbers.
Okay. All right. If a viewport thingy dot Y is greater than 1.
Right.
But the action that I need it to do is kind of complicated.
Okay.
Isn't it? I need to return it to the exact opposite location.
Well, let's see if this works first. Let's put out a debug from that. You want to do missing the brackets there.
Well, yeah, there's that definitely. Because I don't have a thing for it to do yet. print. Whoa there. No. Hi ho silver. And away. I don't know how you spell the hi ho in the hi ho, but whatever. Okay. All right, let's save this and see how horrible it did.
Oh, I was gonna look at it. Oh, that looks good. Yeah. All right.
So now if I go over the top of the screen, it should let me know. Whoa, whoa, hi ho silver. Oh no, make it stop. Okay, I lost my ship.
Good job. Okay, so now.
That's what I'm not sure if that's exactly what I need to do because I wanted to maintain, like, this is going to be moving all over the top of the screen, and I wanted to make sure that it keeps the rest of its values the same when it shows up on the other side.
So,
which might just be as simple as that. I don't know yet because I don't know what I'm doing.
So
I'm also really hungry.
wow. What do you want? Do you want me to get you something?
No.
Okay.
I think that's probably why my brain is not
Go
working.
back to the assembly, the
Mono develop?
develop, yes. All right, so you know that inside of here, you're going to want to do the teleportation.
Right, so I'm going to probably right, in order to actually do the teleporting, I need to give it its, well, I just need it, so long as I'm not touching its X. Yeah, exactly, that's what I mean. Yeah.
So the first thing you want to
Okay.
get is what you're going to be changing, which is the transform position, right?
Right, which is
So
not viewport thingy, it's just transform position.
Right, but you know that in order to edit that, because you've done this a couple times,
I need to actually name it, right?
You need to pull a vector. You need to get something you can manipulate out, like a data.
So I'm going to say up here somewhere, not in update, but actually just declaring a value
No,
of
you
stuff,
want to do
right?
this every update. You don't need
I
to
do?
store it across updates.
Right. This is going to be a vector. Vector 3. Boogie. Something. Bumper. No, that's too confusing. I'm enjoying naming things a little too much, and I need to make sure that they're actually informational. This is where I be at equals, well, not minus equals. Where I be at equals transform position. All right, and then I want the vector to not say anything about transform position, but to be where I be at. It also says where I beat, or I bees at, where I bees at. There we go, that's better. Hello, DW. I totally agree. I'm trying to be descriptive and amusing at the same time because I'm more likely to remember them that way, I think. And it's more fun, and I'm live, and I'm hungry. Could start naming everything after food, and then I'll know when I wrote things.
Oh, your cat.
That's shush kitten. All right, so if viewport thingy dot y is greater than 1, where I b's at dot y equals 0.
Nope. That'll put you back to the center.
Are you sure?
I'm absolutely positive.
But it said that it goes from 0 to 1.
But that's the viewport space, not the world space. You're
right.
editing world space. So what you want to do, I'm going to give you a, nope. That's also viewport space. So what you know is that what is y currently? If it's inside of
y
here,
is greater than 1.
No.
What?
No. It's world space. Remember, world space was like 10 up there, right?
But it's going to depend on the resolution.
Right. So you need to know the actual value, but you know it's around 10 or something up there, right?
Okay.
Right? And it's a positive number. What's the bottom of the screen?
A negative number.
Right.
Okay.
So all you need to do is flip this around. There's an easy way to do that.
Equals less than 0? Negative 1 maybe at. Oh!
Give it a go.
Whoa. Did you just save it too? Is that what that happened?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm teaching you. That's a new thing.
That's interesting. I didn't know I could do, like, yeah, it makes sense that I can do it. Since it's a vector, you can have a negative vector. That's crazy. We're doing crazy stuff, guys.
You're not changing the vector. You're only changing. Oh, so that won't do anything.
Oh, why not?
Think about it. Look at it.
It's an update.
Uh-huh.
If it's greater than 1.
So you're totally changing the where I be at value. Where I be at is now negative 10 or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what does that do? Nothing. What you need to do.
But I'm changing the transform position.
No, you're changing where I be at.
Oh, then I have to say underneath here.
Do it down here.
Oh, outside of this?
Right. So then you can have other things later. Yep. See?
Did I do it right? Okay.
There's a possibility this is going to cause a problem that I just only now realized. But this is going to be easy to fix.
Programming.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here's the problem: is that now every render, it gets its position, and then it sets it back. If you didn't hit that, it's going to put it right back at that position.
Right, which is why I was putting it inside the if statement.
Right. Because you don't.
So I want to put it back in that if statement.
But then you'd have to put it in every side of every if statement that you write about each of the different directions that you could change, right? See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. So you don't want to do that, right? So what you want to do is find out. Well, I guess you could do it if you want to do it that way. You can.
What's the lazy programmer
The
solution?
lazy programmer solution is to create a Boolean.
Okay.
And turn it on if you change it, and then change that one. I guess that's probably actually more code.
I think this sounds simpler.
Okay, let's do it your way then.
I just have to remember to put transform position where IB's at.
You gotta remember, I'm constantly just making this shit up as I go.
I know.
So
It's okay.
That will work.
Should I specify the Y?
No, because you're setting the whole position. In fact, that's the reason you're making it out to a variable, is because you can't set the Y inside of transform position. It's protected.
Let's give this a shot. Bloop. Now I should not be able to lose this vertically. Oh, ha! Look at that! Pew! Pew! Now, I thought
Yeah.
that we were not going to be doing it this way.
Yeah, we are.
Screen wrap like this. I thought we were going to have like 8 different
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
ships.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, let's say you have
Let's
8
see
ships.
if I move over here and I go off. Yeah. Oh, awesome.
So, okay, think about it this way.
Oh no, not that way.
So hold on a second. Let's say I'm going to try to stop for a second so I can talk to you.
Try to stop.
Just let go of the controls. All right, so you take this ship and you scoot it up so that your nose just peeks out of the top. Don't do that. I'm just saying you do. Okay, so your ship has its nose peeking up out of the top. Now, what you want to do is you want to see that nose peeking out of the bottom.
That would be pretty
Because that would be
rad.
pretty cool. So what you do is you make 8 different ships and you attach them all to each other.
Yeah.
Right? So that the nose pops out of the bottom. So now what happens is you got the other ship and its nose peeks up out of the bottom here.
Mm-hmm.
So then what happens when you get to that one and you want that one to go to the top?
Oh, we want to have this one have already
So what you have is
teleported.
you go up, you hit that up, and it pops it back down here, and then this ship's back down here, and it comes in. And the one that replaces the top one is the other top ship, and you see that leave the screen. But your real ship is always one teleporting.
Wait, I have a real ship?
Yeah, the one in the center will be permanent.
Okay.
It makes sense. You totally understand it. It's just that I'm probably not explaining it. If you could see the picture of it, you'd be fine. Don't worry about it. For now, you don't even need to worry about that. The next thing you got to do is make all the other edges work. Because right now, if you go down,
Oh no.
so make all the other edges work.
That's basically just copy pastaing with a little bit of brain stuff inside.
Yeah, despite your total space cadet, you're getting a lot of stuff done.
Mostly because you're telling me how to do every single stupid thing.
No, I'm not.
Someday, guys, someday I will be free from Calvin the tyrant teacher. All right. So I'm going to be calling the same exact thing, but okay, viewport thingy equals the camera's world viewport point.
What?
Okay. Viewport thingy is the name of the vector that I have assigned to the whole camera viewport world thing that changes things over. Does that mean when I'm using viewport thingy, I'm using 0s and 1s? I am always very grateful for Calvin. He's amazing.
Okay.
I take back what I said.
So,
do you see my question? Do you understand? Okay.
It doesn't make any sense.
This,
You already got one thing.
All right, I
works.
have this,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
My question is, this is a 1. When I switch this over and I want to go to the bottom and have things copy over from the bottom for the teleportness, am I doing 0 or am I doing -1?
Why don't you try both of those and find out?
Okay.
Because I don't know.
All right. I just thought maybe you would know offhand if I was talking directly to the viewport point.
I have a hunch that it's one of the things because of this documentation you already looked at. But I don't actually. So, there you go. Unstart application. Oh, it doesn't load it up in there.
What are you talking about?
I'm debugging Legend of
He
stuff.
talked to himself.
I'm sorry.
He just like went right into it. I was like,
I didn't even
wait.
realize I was doing it.
It's all good. All right, so I need all right. Oh, I do have another question.
Okay.
If somebody is exiting the ship off at the very corner, right?
Yeah.
Basically, my question is, do I want this to be an else if situation, or do I?
Okay? So here's the thing.
Help me walk through this because I'm
Okay.
having trouble focusing and I'm not quite sure what I'm doing still.
It is okay. So here's your screen.
Mm-hmm.
Shift here. Is it ever going to be able to cross the top and the bottom at the same time?
It could be kind of right on the edge.
Is it ever going to be
But
able to
no.
go up past this and down past that at the same time?
No,
No.
not the same ship.
Never.
So that just needs to, that could be an else statement.
Or
No, not an else
it
statement.
can be either or.
Be a separate
because
if statement.
It can be either a separate if statement or a separate else statement. It doesn't matter.
It's just an else if. It's probably going to
So,
because it's not going to ever be looking for both at the same time.
right.
Does it matter?
So let's ask another question. Right?
Yeah, that was going to.
So that's for these ones. Can it ever cross this one and this one at the same time?
At the very corner.
Yeah.
Right?
Right. So you cannot do an else for that.
That has
These
to be...
two need to be separate from these two. You can do them in separate ifs and else ifs. See?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you figured it
Okay. All right. So, okay. I'm just not sure what I'm doing,
out.
apparently.
You totally are. Don't even say it.
Okay. Now, as far as the program itself is concerned, oops. I can't type. Is the else if statement more like less like eating up the computer's brain processes? Is there one that's more efficient? That's the word. Brain processes for the computer.
Okay. So the difference is that if you get inside of this one, it won't run that one. Right?
Which
so
is
it's
not something I'm worried about.
So it won't even check and ask this.
So
if this is an asking taking up some time,
it's more
then
efficient.
It won't even bother asking the other one. So it is slightly more efficient.
But
in this case, it doesn't matter at all.
right, as I don't have to worry. This else if just means that it's checking if one is not happening, it's still checking to see if the other thing. Right? I'm not making it not look ever for the other thing.
If the top one isn't true, it'll also check the bottom one. Of course. Just don't worry about it and just write them out right now. You're asking crazy all kinds of questions.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I need to change it to less than 0. Less than 0, less than 0, he's an anti-hero. That was from 3-2-1 Contact on PBS when I was a little kid.
That part of your brain's still working.
That part of my brain works fine. Music? Got it. 30 years ago? Not quite, but you know. Yeah. All right, I've got all the brackets I need. Okay, where I'd be at dot y equals the opposite of where I'd be at dot y. Where I'd be at. That should work, maybe, possibly. Control, save. Let's find out if I did anything horribly wrong. I needed, oh, I left that running the whole time. That was good. At least I wasn't changing things inside of Unity. All right, so now this way I go, boom. Oh, no, turn around, turn around. Let's try going over this way. What happens? Oh, it comes back. Awesome. I can now endlessly loop. Uh-oh. Except I went off the screen the wrong way. Okay, awesome. That works. Sweet. Okay, next part. New if statement. If. This time, viewport thingy dot x is greater than 1. Just grab all of this. Make sure it's all still good. Okay. If you put theta.x, where are b's at? Dot x is greater than minus x. 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 That should be all of it, right? I don't know. Let's find out. Let's go. Boop, doop, boop, boop, doo. Uh-oh, compiler error. Parsing error. I did something wrong. Aw, I do appreciate that. You could be watching people play Rock Band that are cool. Oh, I don't know why this is wrong.
What's up?
What did I do? Hold on. I'm figuring it out.
What happened?
It doesn't like these last few letters in my things. I'm assuming it missed something somewhere. It's a new if statement. Where be that? It's not like I'm calling anything weird. Transform dot position.
Control save.
I didn't change anything yet. It
All right. What does
already
Unity
popped
say?
me up with a parsing error.
Parsing error at 40:01. Double click on that. No, use this.
Oh, what
Okay.
did that
Now
just
click
do?
on that. It says it's down here that there's a problem.
Oh, is it? Oh, am I missing? I'm missing. When did I do that? Damn.
There you go. Just fix it. That's very useful way to do things. You gotta check
I didn't know that I could do that.
number.
All right, so inside Unity, when you double click on whatever it is you did wrong, it takes you to it in the code.
If it can.
If it knows what's wrong. Thanks, Lyle.
So I think I've got the Steamworks stuff updated. Like I think the stat system and stuff has moved over to the new Steamworks code that I got.
Uh-oh. I just went off the screen and it didn't do anything. Hold on, let me try the other way. See if I might have just messed something else up. It works this direction. I missed something somewhere. Because look. So let me see what it. Oh, zoom out.
Yeah, you can find out where you went. Like, what does it say? Look at your code.
No, that's what I was going to check. I missed something in my code.
I'm sorry, I'm just trying to figure something out.
Oh. There, I left a Y in instead of an X somewhere.
Who's your cat?
Woo! Run, kitty, run! Alright. I'm getting this. It's easy when I'm just copy and pasting stuff.
Which pretty much all code is copy and paste and stuff.
Yeah, there we go.
So now can you go in any direction? Awesome.
I gotta aim for the corners.
Yeah, good luck with that.
It's just like asteroids, guys!
You know, I don't even know if you need the other ship thing. Like, are you willing?
Unless I make like a massive graphic. Oh, that looks pretty. Like if you're going slow.
Yeah.
It looks pretty bad. Bloop.
Yeah, and with the bigger asteroids, it'll do that too. So.
Yeah.
Cool.
No, I want to do the other thing.
What time is it? How are you on time?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, it's been over an hour.
All right, good. Because anything else was going to be a big...
Long, big thing.
Yeah.
It's interesting. This is like second time I've done streaming on the weekend, and like far fewer people seem interested, like just based off of the Twitter stuff, but I still have almost the same amount of people showing up. interesting.
Hmm.
So far, every week I get a Twitter. I'm gonna keep playing this. This is kind of neat. Every week I get a Twitter, like, this is your week on Twitter, and it highlights a couple of the tweets that I've done, like, and it shows me the stats for it. And I'm amazed at just how much support the idea of streaming somebody learning programming to make it kind of more accessible to people who are curious about learning. Like, just the positive response, and like the by far one of the most retweeted and talked about and seen posts that I have done have been like that the first week that I started programming. So like last week's. Oh, that's interesting. It kind of sometimes it glitches out a little bit. Calvin.
Yeah. Can you repeat it?
Kind of. If you just It's not doing it now. That's lovely. I was able to do it a couple times. It just hung out and like flickered on the edges. I don't know what was making it do it now. Great. So that's fun. I got my first bug, guys.
Welcome to programming.
It's not reproducible either.
Yeah, that's.
Not reliably.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there it was. Oh,
Well, me saying it isn't going to help any.
it just literally it just hangs out on the edge
Like, even though you're pressing stuff?
like that. See? Like
Okay.
it's bouncing back and forth.
Uh-huh. That's what it's probably doing.
It's picking up that I'm just right on.
So there's a trick for that.
There is.
Yeah.
What's that twick? Twick. Blah, blah, blah.
What?
Tim, yeah, I'm making an asteroids-esque game. It's an asteroid-like. It's not pure clone because that can't be that boring.
I'll show you the trick. Since we're still going here. So the real problem is that you're teleporting it directly across, and then
On the other
and
side.
then it loops back again, hits this one, and pops back up to the
Right,
top.
exactly. That's what. Yes.
So what you want to do is check a little bit over this.
Oh, I haven't put Fs on any of those.
That's okay.
Do you want it to be less than?
Yep.
Okay. That makes sense.
I'm just going to let it go a little bit over.
It shouldn't matter too much either, since the object itself is.
Teleporting, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And also larger than a dot. So it's not like, where'd it go?
I assumed that's what was happening when you said that.
I was thinking that that actually might be it as well. Exactly, Heck. I think that's very much what was happening. And of course I'm going to call you Tim. I don't know. I'm confused by everything at the moment. Should I not be calling you Tim? You haven't told me what your real name is.
I think you did, actually.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Maybe they did. I don't remember. I'm very bad at this. All I know is I'm horrible at pronouncing pronouncing the username. All right, I saved this, and now I'm trying to find the Unity button. There you go. All right, that's not pause. Play. Helps if I can computer. I should. If I go slow enough, I should be able to tell. Yeah, I go a tiny bit past the halfway mark now, and then I teleport. Bloop.
Cool.
You know what might work easy, not necessarily easier, but it might just work well enough, is if I set that, how far it's out to the side. Oh, it still did that. Still flickered. Did you see that?
Mm-hmm. As long as it's not getting stuck, you're okay.
I need to set the return. No, that doesn't make any sense.
Can you get out of there?
Yes.
Does it stick?
It feels a little funny, yeah.
Okay.
It's noticeable. Let me go. Yeah, oh yeah, it sticks. Sometimes I disappear for a long time.
All right.
Slow down.